So before I really begin, I'd like to thank Kotaku in Action for informing me and being able to refer me to this specific video on Felicia Day commenting on Gamergate and feminism. So this is a doozy, and not really in a way where I can make much of a constructive rebuttal to what she says here. And the reason is because what she says is just verbal diarrhea. So if you ask, who's Felicia Day, the short version is, she is an actress. She did some web series that I thought ended when I was still in fucking high school, but apparently went on for a few more years. The gaming press couldn't get enough of that fucking show. I've never talked to someone that has actually seen that fucking show or that web series. I'm not shitting on it, but I really can't say anything about it. I've never heard a single word about it, positive or negative, that I didn't just skip over because it was a fucking IGN article. If you go by her IMDb page, she hasn't been relevant to gaming for about as long as the Tea Party has been irrelevant. She hasn't done anything in gaming for quite a while, at least not that I can tell. I mean, I don't know, maybe she has a blog, maybe she's doing something that I can't see, that it's just, will require more research on my part, which I don't really care to do, because really, her relevance to gaming is some show I've never heard of, a shitty fucking DLC for Dragon Age 2, a character that could have been better if she wasn't fucking voice acting it in fucking Fallout New Vegas, and that's just about it. I don't really know much else about her. So let's just get to this video. I'll try to make a few points to make this video worthwhile, but I mean, really, it's just her spewing nonsense.
We're at a time of great inclusivity and a lot of change, but that's also coming with a backlash, and I wondered if you had particular feelings about things like Gamergate and some of the ways in which the darker side of the internet seems to be fighting against increasing prominent roles for women, particularly in gaming and geek culture.
I just gotta say, really fucking unbiased question by this cunt.
I think that whenever you challenge someone's paradigm about what the truth of something is, then you're going to have people who are inflexible and not able to change their perception and feel that any judgment or trying to change a world or a fandom is a reflection on judging them as people.
Man, listen to fucking Socrates here. Holy shit. Did you catch anything she just said? Did anything that she just said make any fucking sense? Here's my attempt to translate that fucking garbled goddamn nonsense. Gaming wasn't diverse. Now it is. And in the process, people are reacting. That's my translation to the fucking gibberish that she just said. If you're part of Gamergate, I'm just going to point this out. And I'm not trying to other anyone here. I'm not trying to be a dick. But I'm just going to make this point. Has anyone noticed that there is a disproportionate number of trans people involved in relation to Gamergate? Has anyone noticed that? It seems to be kind of a thing, not just even with Gamergate, with gaming. There are many gays, there are many conservatives or liberals, there are many people of all different colors from all different nationalities. It's almost like gaming isn't landlocked, as if it's across all nations and all cultures, and it's like a subculture that isn't based on something as simple as race or creed. I don't need to continue. It's the joke's already getting stale. It's just a matter of, people don't judge based on much more than skill in a game. Can you play the game? Great, come play with me. I mean, how am I supposed to fucking tell who you are? You're a fucking avatar. I load up the game, you're a fucking avatar on my screen. How the fuck do I know who you are? How can I discriminate based on race or any of these other fucking factors? It doesn't make any sense. Your argument is fucking incoherent. Not that she actually made that argument, it was just a bunch of fucking nonsensical shit.
The thing about geeks in the geek culture is that we really all feel very passionately about what we love, and we feel ownership over it, especially gaming. We, by definition, project ourselves into our gaming worlds as ourselves. We are, we're not just watching a character go through a movie. We are in that world, performing the actions in a weird psychological way.
I'm going to use the example of the Old Republic. What I would do in that universe, well, see, that's a stupid question already, because that's fiction. I exist in reality. I don't really know how a fictional me, or how I would in this fictional universe, put me in this fictional universe, I don't know how I'd react. So I don't pretend. I don't pretend to be in that universe. I don't pretend to insert my ego in a fictional reality. I don't do that. Maybe certain people do, but I don't. So when you say that as if it's just a truism, it's an assumption, it's just perfectly true. No, it's not. It's not. I don't do that. Maybe a lot of people do, but I have no earthly fucking idea what you're referring to when you say that. I don't insert my ego into fictional characters.
So, I think you see a lot of resistance, especially in that world, to people saying this is not, I want to belong in this world and I don't feel like I fit in and I need things to maybe change to accommodate diversity of viewpoints. I would not...
You don't need to change viewpoints in order to play a fucking game. You know how you play a fucking game? You pick up a controller, you sit down in front of a keyboard, you move the mouse. That's how you play a fucking game. It's at least how you arrive in the gaming community. You buy some platform, you invest some time, and then over time, you become a member of this community. You become a member of the subculture. If you come in and say, yes, I'm about games, I'm going to talk about games, I'm going to read about games, I'm going to write about games, I'm going to play these fucking games especially. That's the key thing here. You play the fucking games. But again, no one's stopping you. No one is fucking stopping you. It's a purchase that no one can intervene in. You go on Amazon, you order a console, you order a game. I'm sick to death of listening to these bullshit stories of, I walked into GameStop and there's a guy behind the desk, he was wearing a fucking Klan hood. Welcome to GameStop. Hold on a second. Are you a Jew? I don't think so. Hold on. Are you black? No, you're out of here. Get out of the store. That isn't happening. That isn't happening in gaming. It seems to me that you keep perpetuating this argument that you don't seem to understand that on its face, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Gabe Newell is not jumping to the screen preventing you from buying a game on Steam. You're full of shit. This is a stupid fucking talking point.
Say that anything that's happened has been good for the image of gaming, to be honest with you, but I think you can always look at everything as a positive, and the fact that you have a very small minority of people who happen to be very loud and think they have access to people because the way the social media is, you have 10 times as many people pushing back against that, and really that probably foments a lot more change because people are feeling more supported by the majority and can be encouraged to be a gamer without being shamed about it.
And the grand scale of gaming, Gamergate is small in comparison to the vast numbers of gamers across this world. But anti-Gamergate, the press, are that much more fringe. They are that much more fringe in comparison to the fringe group that is Gamergate. Gamergate is unequivocally larger than anti-Gamergate. Far more people that are a part of the Gamergate community, that are gamers, compared to any of these fucking douchebags that don't like it, that aren't gamers. And again, their opinions don't fucking matter. I don't care, and no one should care as long as they're a gamer, what a non-gamer has to say about gaming. They don't know anything about us. They don't know anything about our community. They don't know anything about our hobby. They know nothing about our subculture. They're ignorant. So their opinion is about as relevant as my opinion is on sports. I don't know shit. So why are you going to come ask me a question?
So I think it's the kind of struggle that you see when you're trying to change people's viewpoints. And hopefully there's enough people to band together to say, yes, we can be inclusive rather than exclusive. Because if you look at the numbers, it's vastly the negative is vastly outbalanced by the positive, I believe.
In what way are you trying to change people's viewpoints? And if it's on the point of being more inclusive, I'll say it again. I'm watching an avatar on my fucking monitor walk across the screen. In what way am I able to fucking discriminate against that fucking person? Give me some examples. Am I going to somehow look through that person's profile, look to see if I can get any information in terms of their email, or they got a website, or they got a Facebook profile? I'm going to track them down. I'm going to find out, are they black, are they a woman, are they this or that? Go out of my way to say that, no, you can't play with me? That's how it happens? That's fucking ridiculous. This is a nonsensical fucking argument. And she keeps making it again and again and again. And the opposition to Gamergate keeps making it again and again and again. We're not talking about corruption. We're not talking about what Gamergate endlessly talks about. Endlessly says that this is what we are about. She isn't talking about that. She's talking about inclusivity in gaming. In which, again, I'll say it again, avatar on a fucking screen. How am I supposed to discriminate? How am I in real time, in this game, supposed to discriminate? I click this button, it's like, all right guys, time to find a group. How am I supposed to discriminate? How am I supposed to say, we're in this group finder, does it say no niggers, no kikes, no cunts, no spics, no fags, no Mormons? I don't know, what the fuck am I, where is this? How am I discriminating? How can I implement those things in this fucking finder? How can I do it? How can I be discriminatory in the ways that you're saying? It doesn't fucking make any sense. I'm going to ask every fucking person subscribed to me. How am I supposed to discriminate based on creed, color, anything? You tell me how. You fucking name me a game that I can go into a group finder and make all those points saying none of these fucking people. I don't want to play with any of these type of people. How do I do it? Find me that option in a fucking game. Don't just say avatars on the screen and I'm going to pick, oh, this character's black on the screen and that's how. That's goddamn bullshit. I'm talking about real life people because that's what they're talking about. It's bullshit and I'm tired of fucking hearing it, and Gamergate falls into this trap every goddamn time. Well, these people are part of Gamergate. Their argument doesn't make any fucking sense. You can't rebut a nonsensical fucking argument. I know that there's a reason why Not Your Shield exists. I know that there's a reason why these people they don't want to be talked as though they don't exist, and they want to say that they're here and they're part of Gamergate and they're proud to be here and all that, and they're a gamer. I understand that. I understand that this is needed. But I am sick to death of listening to this totally illogical fucking statement. And we just sit here. We just all sit here and we just go, yep, well, that's their talking point. It's a fucking nonsensical statement. You don't have to provide a rebuttal against an argument that doesn't make any fucking sense on its face.